there's no tomorrow.
We can own the night. Don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing.
Zelda. The game that makes us all happy when we play it. Except for when, I don't know, you just don't like feeling playing Zelda. Alright, let's just get to the part. This is my top 5 Zelda dungeons. Let's get to it. First is the Spirit Temple. When you enter the Spirit Temple, you will be greeted by the pots. Flying pots that will try to kill you. And then you can go up to the left. There's a staircase and you can go up to the left. And there'll be this girl. She says she wants you to get the silver gauntlets. Once you do, well, that's for you to find out. But why I like this dungeon, it has an atmosphere that you don't really see in a lot of Zelda games. Plus, I mean, look at it. It's awesome. You have keys. You have keys that can catch on fire. You have spin blades of death. But one thing I do like is the puzzles and the mini boss in this game, in this dungeon. Sadly, I can't show you guys all this because, well, this is my first top 5, but I'll show you each part of a little section of the dungeons. Alright. That's number 5. Alright. So, it's pretty good, to be honest. Like, you have flaming skulls and stuff. But the one thing I really love about it, just one thing, is I've gotta say, is the puzzles though, if I haven't said that already. But, you know, that's just mine. The atmosphere, plus flying pots. Who doesn't love them? That's number 5. At number 4, we have City in the Sky. Now this temple, I can't say it's a temple as much as it's a mysterious place in the sky. It's filled with a bunch of enemies, flying enemies, poles, puzzles. It's just insane. But the reason I like it is because it's in the sky and it has that atmosphere again. Plus you're in the freaking sky. Who doesn't love being in the sky? I mean, come on. It's a sky temple. Alright, so when you first get up here, it's pretty boring. But as soon as you head through that first door, oh boy, everything gets better and better and better and better. You get my point. But the one thing I do, the reason I put this on the list is because of the item you get. It's not necessarily an item, more of an upgrade. This upgraded item is so helpful. It's the dual hook shots. Oh, did I mention? Falling platforms. And chickens. Weirded headed chickens. But still, regardless, the enemies are cool in this dungeon. You get a lot of stuff to do in just one temple. I mean, yes, it can be tricky and kind of repetitive, but hey, once again, sky. But this is my top 10, so I'll just keep it cool. So, my favorite part, like actual part of the dungeon, is going to have to be the middle room. The middle room is insane. There's claw shots, you have to shoot enemies or else you get knocked down, fall at platforms, poles. It's just insane. And don't even get me started on the side of the rooms. The side rooms are just as insane. They're not as big, no. They're outside, yes. But there's one thing about them that really brings out the Zelda, is the atmosphere. Once again, you know, atmosphere just counts. But, well, yeah. But It's the atmosphere. It just feels so happy until you get into the main room again. But again, happy, windy. You're up in the sky. You should be happy. Just make sure you don't fall. Just make sure. All right, that's it. That's number 4. At number 4 is the Shadow Temple. Well, first, when you walk in, you meted with a pit of doom. Quite literally a pit of doom. You have to hook shark was, and then you need the transluth lens of truth, which is one of my favorite items in Zelda. I gotta admit, it is freaking awesome. But the Shadow Temple is definitely one of the creepiest, most horrifying dungeons in Zelda. But the one thing I like about this room is, again, the Lens of Truth. Lens of Truth is so helpful. Plus, I gotta say, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, right. The item you get when you first pretty much start the dungeon, it can make you float or levitate. Levitate, though. It's pretty cool, to be honest. It's called Swift Boots, I believe. Or Hover Boots. But, you know, for as creepy as this dungeon is, it's just cool. It has guillotines in it. It has spinning blades of death, pretty much. Yeah. And, once again, it's a dungeon. I mean, how bad can it be? Right, guys? Right? I mean, I'm totally... This top 5 is totally better than any dungeon there is, right? 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 Anyways. It's just the atmosphere. It truly makes you creep. It scares you. And not to mention this thing. Look at this. These arms. And then this thing comes out. It's just... Oh! It's terrifying. And when you hit it, you get too close, or... You know... That happens. It is insanely creepy. And if you get too close to the hands, they will literally grab you. Quite literally. The skulls in this temple. Plus, you meet Starfalls. Starfalls? Why? But it's one of the harder dungeons and creepy. But I guess overall it's gonna get top 3. So I gotta say, Zelda, God damn, you have good dungeons. But puzzles, you have to, like, you don't have to, but you can. The Lens of Truth in this dungeon is so helpful. You have invisible platforms, you have invisible spikes, you have invisible hook shots, things you can hook onto. It's just insane. But it only comes at top 3, so I guess it's okay. It's okay, Shadow Temple. As much as I love you, you will always be inside and scare me to death whenever I think about you. Oh, did I mention the hovering platforms? Yes, platforms are invisible. That's number 3. At number 2, we have Stone Tower Temple. Now, this temple is by far personally one of my favorites. But it has its con, it has its pros. But the thing I like about it is it's different from other temples. Before you have to do anything, you have to get the Elegy of Emptiness song, which lets you pretty much create yourself in a statue form, which is freaking awesome. And this temple has a cool background. It was basically this is where Majora's Mask came into play. Basically, the tribe that was living here thought they were more powerful than the goddesses. So they built this temple to show that they're more powerful than the goddesses, and then eventually they had to seal away the Majora's Mask because, well, it's freaking powerful, I guess. I don't know, but that's not the point. This is the top 5. The reason I like this one is because of the puzzles, and it's... how do I put this? Different puzzles, I guess, because you have to use the statues, and to be honest, it's pretty cool, to be honest. Like, you get to use a lot of, like, bow, you know, it's, and you get to use a hook shot. It's just insane. And, of course, you get an item, but considering I only played half of this ain't my footage. None of this stuff is my footage. I do not take credit for the footage. This is other people's. So go subscribe to them if you know who they are. I don't know. But one thing I like about this, it's gotta be the statues. I mean, the song for this temple, it's just... the walls, I love the design on the walls. It's just... plus, you have upside down chests, but the question is, how do chests go upside down? How? That's the question. Again, it has that sort of vibe that you're not alone, but at the same time you are. Well, technically you're not, but still, you know what I mean. And freaking, you have outsides, you have insides, you have middle, I believe, and you have freaking huge blocks. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I love the song. So that's number 2. My top favorite dungeon is the Ancient Cistern. I'm going to probably butcher that name, but it's the Ancient Cistern. Cistern, or Cistern, whatever you want to call it. Now, when you first step into this dungeon, it's like a water temple. Say, it's filled with water. But as you progress to it, it'll get better. Trust me, it's nothing like the water temple. It's much easier. But my favorite item you get is the whip in this game. The whip is like a claw shot in a sense, but a downgrade version of a claw shot, I guess. But once you start getting down to where you get the item, this place turns creepy. I'll probably put a picture up at the end of the video showing how creepy this place is, or a little clip. But that's not the point. Once you go down to the depths of the basement, holy crap, is it creepy. Everything's black. Well, not black, but purple. There's zombies chasing you. It's creepy. And there's bones everywhere on the floor. Like, literally, there's this stuff, red liquid that will poison you and kill you. It's quite intimidating, to be honest, when I first played it. It's interesting. And once you get back up, it's fine. It's like, it's just all fine. But my favorite part of this whole dungeon is gotta be the boss. The boss, man. He is so cool. It is, oh my god, I can't stress this enough. This boss is nothing like I've seen before. He actually, like, tries to kill you hardcore. Like, he's like a unstoppable version of a robot / Link, I guess. But this place is ancient, so you never know what's going to be inside of it. That's why I like it. of course, I know because I played it, but I highly recommend you playing the game until this dungeon. Just because of the boss. That's it. That's it. If you don't like water-ish temple themes, I'm sorry. You're missing out. I'm telling you, you are missing out. Atmospheres, it's so nice on the top level, and you just go to the depths of hell in the basement. Quite literally. But that's my opinion, guys. That's just my opinion. My opinion is play it until you can beat it. There's spiders, there's anything you really want in a dungeon that's like ancient, I guess. Oh boy. But the mobs, you have Starfalls, you have zombie looking characters. Oh, and also, when you get to the second phase of the boss, I'm not going to try to spoil this all, but zombies start chasing you. And when you're in the basement, zombies start chasing you on a rope. Like, you try to get back up, rope, they start chasing you and try to kick you off. Quite literally kick you. Or grab you off, I guess. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. That's my top 5 favorite dungeons in Zelda. Just my opinion. That's all. I'll see you guys later. Peace. I'm out.